Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to this week's Top 3 Tuesday. Got a special one today, and I got to give a shout out to one of my mates in work, Ricky. Shout out Ricky. He is a friend of the channel. He came up with a great idea for a Top 3 Tuesday. He gave me quite a few ideas actually. But this week, what we're going to do, Ricky said, why don't you do top 3 covers or cover artwork? Sorry if they can hear the fan going. This video, I will add, is being filmed in the volcano in Mordor. So it's fucking boiling in the UK. This is being filmed on the Saturday, but it's obviously going up on the Tuesday. So apologies in advance. Let me just come forward a little bit. Get comfy. Yeah, so I've actually sitting in front. Slightly different backdrop than usual. Because I'm sitting at the desk. Because I tried to do it the other side of the games room. But I've got 64 games in front of me, okay? I've gone through my entire collection. So obviously, as always, I'm going to do my top 3. But before we get to my top 3, I like to do a few honourable mentions. But I got, 61 honourable mentions. So I do apologise. This video might not be for everybody. I'm looking at my games. I literally don't know where to start, okay? But I wouldn't be able to film this in my normal part. So hopefully you enjoy the backdrop I got. Yeah, so let's get this volcano video started, shall we? So in the earlier days, okay, so I'll start with the Master System, okay? So, obviously now there's a wealth of information. A new game comes out. You know about the game over a year before it comes out, don't you? And then they show gameplay, trailers and things like that. But in the 80s and most of the 90s, that wasn't even a thing, was it? So, before I get to my favourite cover on the Sega Master System, I'll just show you. And this is the standard cover of a game. That, the Ninja, or Golden Axe. 2 good games, okay? So, in the shop, there's no such thing as the internet. You might, very rarely, like Sonic the Hedgehog, might have had an advert on TV, like a 15-second, 30-second advert or something. But this is what you had to go on. You had the cover. That had to catch your eye, so it has to catch your eye there, or the back. Okay, so that's all you had to go on, okay? But then one game came out, and it just stood out, no matter which, if you had it on the side, anywhere in the shop. Mortal Kombat. Now, we're not saying this is a good game, okay? But Mortal Kombat and the Master System. So imagine you've got all, so if the shopkeeper's got them stacked that way, you see that's going to stand out a fucking mile, isn't it? I'm a fan of the Master System boxes. My mate Chris says as well, if you got OCD, the lines match up. They do look pretty sick on your shelf, okay? But that stood out a fucking mile. So he goes, oh, everybody would have picked that up. Then the cover was totally different to anything we'd ever seen as well. And for me, that Mortal Kombat Dragon symbol is very iconic, okay? So that's my favourite Sega Master System cover of all time. I don't know where to go. I got so many games. We'll do them in a. Oh, we may as well do these ones. And another one that stood out, and this is a very good game. This one is Primal Rage. Now you got both variants. You got the Mega Drive and the Sega Saturn version. There's just something about it. I'll put that one down. So that's Chaos, or is that Blizzard on the cover? I can't quite see. I think that's Blizzard actually on the cover. And yeah, it was just something about it. It just looks mean, menacing. Little Tony, I wanted to know more about this game and this franchise, you know, and it stayed with me over the years. That's another shout out. We'll go into then, some games then that came out on multiple systems, like Soul Calibur, okay? Soul Calibur 2 is one of my favourite Soul Caliburs, but they had some kind of They could have just done them totally different. You can tell it's the same game, but obviously you had the key characters like Link and Spawn and stuff like that, okay? So that is that's the one I grew up with. I keep changing my mind which one's the favourite, or my favourite. Some days it literally, all three of them are masterpieces in my opinion. I'm probably going to do all three of these as well on my Around the World with 80 fighting games, okay? Yeah, so that's another shout out, but I just love the fact that they had the key character was on the top. Probably, I'm a fan with fighting games, the more the merrier with the characters on the cover, but that's probably my favourite one with Link on the top. He was the most iconic, wasn't he, when they came out. Staying with Soul Calibur 4 then, Soul Calibur, we're going to look at Soul Calibur 4. What I like about these, obviously you had Yoda was a special character on the Xbox, and Darth Vader is a special character on the PlayStation 3. But when you look at them side by side, I don't know if they did this intentional, but Vader, dark sides, they've gone for a very dark cover. Yoda, the light sides, they've gone for a nice, clean, crisp, light cover. I don't know if that was planned. Probably was. They're much cleverer than me. But yeah, they're two iconic covers. And I worry, the future of gaming, I do unfortunately think all games eventually just be released on digital, and then you'll have like the limited run games. Companies will do like special editions. If it's sold so many copies, then we'll do a physical release or something like that. So I worry that we're going to miss, like, you're not just playing for the game, or when I'm looking for games, I'm not just paying for the game, I'm paying for like the art. That's art. That is art. You can't deny it. There's a work of art, if you like. So you're getting the full experience. Then if it's got a manual, you're paying for all this as well. So that's something that's going to be, I fear, in the not too distant future, that's going to be lost in us, Another one then, that came out on multiple systems, is one of my favourite games. It's in my top 5, no matter what's going on. So you've got, this is the one I grew up with, Capcom versus SNK 2. That is the original one I had from back in the day. What a bargain. I had 4 for 20. Okay, I've told the story of this game before. But what I love more, I like that cover, but I love that cover with Harumaru on the cover, and the Xbox had the same. They went with this cover. I don't know why that one, what the story is, why that had a different cover. Let me know in the comments if everyone does know. I am actually quite curious. But to me, that's iconic. I fucking love the cover of that. And the other thing as well, while I was going through my game collection, I was trying my best not to let my feelings of the game get in the way. Like, believe it or not, one of the games in my top 3 isn't... The game's good, but it's nowhere... There's a lot more... Like, that game there is a million times better than one of the games in my top 3. But I'm just going on that artwork, okay? But it's really hard. I could have gone, yeah, that's one of my favourites, because when I see that, it makes me instantly happy. What's it, endorphins or whatever, go around my body, and it, games obviously mean a lot to me. Fuck, sorry, I'm sweltering here. Yes, I've tried really hard to not let my feelings of the game influence my decision. I'm just looking at the artwork, okay? Where shall we go? I got fucking loads to go through, guys. So, sit back and relax. This is probably going to be one of my longer top 3 Tuesdays. I don't want to rush it, though. But I don't want it to go on too long as well. Now, another one, which is a fantastic game, but it also got a great cover, is Resistance 2. I'm a big fan of this cover, okay? Because you've got... Is it Stranger Things? I've got that kind of... Obviously, this came out donkey's years before Stranger Things. Maybe they got inspired by this, So, I just think it's like the upside down kind of thing. And this is one of my favourite shooters of all time. So, honourable mention. As I said, with fighting games, I like it when they put one character on the cover. Once you get to my top 3, you'll see how much I like it. But I also like when they pack a load of characters on there, but not have it... not go overboard with it. So a good example of that is Ultimate Marvel versus Capcom 3. You know, it's got the main guys in there. You got a big silhouette of Ryu. Chun-Li's on there. Then you got the Incredible Hulk. Is it Hawkeye? I'm not that familiar with the Marvel guys. I don't really go as Hawkeye in this game. But that's a really good cover. That would stand out if it was up on the shelf. And for me, anything that's got that logo on it, Capcom, I always take a chance on anyway. Another PS3 game. I like this one, Star Wars The Force Unleashed. It just shows... This is one of the first games I ever played where you're a Star Wars character and he's powerful as fuck. I think the first level you're playing as Darth Vader and you're so overpowered. It's such an easy first level. You're just tearing people apart and it encourages you to use all the different force powers like the force push, but just shows the main guy... You like going full on badass. Yes, that's art. That's a really good one. That is. I'm a big fan of the Borderlands 3 cover as well, where you've got one of the psychos. Is he a psycho? I don't know. It's like it's very random. He's not the main guy. You know, he's not a key character or anything in it. It just looks really cool, like he's a religious Jesus symbol or something. But when you look closely, it's all the guns in the background and it's like he's sitting on a throne kind of thing. And then you've got all the roses and stuff. Yeah, I really do like that. I would like that picture, bit of artwork up on my games room wall. Another one that stood out, but this is probably one of the only... No, there's a couple of games actually on this pile that I've never actually played, but I've just given them a shout out because it's got fantastic artwork, is the Star Ocean game. I've always got an RPG on the go. I'm playing through Final Fantasy VII at the moment. But this is getting close to the top of my list of RPGs I want to get through. And yeah, I think it's got a good cover. What I like about it, I don't know any of their names. It's got a good range of characters on there. You've got like a spaceship or something in the background. This guy's got a big sword. All guys, you know, like got a witch-looking woman. You got a dude with green hair or girl with green hair. It just looks like an interesting universe that I look forward to exploring. That's probably why I picked it up. Now, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is one of the nicest looking games on the PlayStation 4. But this year's got a full cast on there. There isn't, on the basic version, there isn't, all those characters aren't unlocked. You know, they either got to be unlocked or DLC or something like that. But that just pulls me in. Yeah, so you got Gran on the front, obviously. Yeah, it just makes you think, oh, right, okay, there's this big cast on there. And just shows like a quick overview of all the characters. Which is my favourite part of a fighting game, is the variety of characters. This one then, on the Xbox, similar to Resistance, but I bought this. I remember, and I was unboxing a delivery in Curry's. I pulled this out again. Never heard about it, but something about that cover just spoke to me. I looked at the back and I thought, yeah, okay, I'll give this a go. And it's a fantastic game. I love this. Was one of my favourite games on the Xbox, but it's got that kind of upside down. So you start off like that, yeah, and you can turn into, if you wanted to. Something like that, this badass warrior, you know. So yeah, I really like the cover on that. Something about it stood out to me. This is a good one, Serious Sam. It's my favourite Serious Sam cover. It shows the variety of enemies and stuff like that. I like the art style. They got a really good cartoon artist in to do that. The game doesn't look like that, but that's a really cool looking poster, you know. Bloody Roar 3. They've gone a different direction. They could have gone like the Grand Blue direction with having a lot of the characters on the cover. But they've gone for by the time Bloody Roar 3 came out, everybody knew what Bloody Roar was. Like some of the Street Fighter, the newer ones, just got one, maybe two characters on the cover. Spoiler. But yeah, something dark and mysterious about the cover makes you want to know more about it, you know. So good job of that one. This one, Brute Force. This reminds me of Street Fighter 2 on the Mega Drive, where they had the shadows when they had the new challenges. When they had the brick wall, and you had the shadows of T-Ho, Kami, and Fei Long and them. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that cover, and it's a very good game as well. This is the next two games are very similar, actually. I do these at the same, very different games. So you got Rogue Galaxy and Skies of Arcadia. So it basically, you can just tell it's adventures, space pirates. Yeah, it's just like, if you like space pirates, get these games kind of thing. Something about, especially Skies of Arcadia. Huge fan of this game. As soon as a guy actually recommended this to me in the shop, I'd never heard of it. He's recommending me loads of games, and there was something about this when I looked at it. I thought, this looks cool as fuck. I love, who doesn't like pirates and spaceships? So space pirates, happy fucking days. And one of the games I haven't played, Predator Concrete Jungle. I love Predator. How cool is that? That's one of the coolest covers on the PlayStation 2. Yeah, it gives me like Predator 2 vibes, you know. And another game, I have actually played it very briefly, but I suck at the Mega Man games. This is something about this Mega Man X8. Yeah, it just looks really, really cool. I like the artwork, the anime style of it. Yeah, so that's another shout out. Right, we'll do it. I know we go, it's slow. I know. A game I'm a big fan of is the Deus Ex Invisible War. I think, if I remember, I had this when it first came out. Any game that's got only on Xbox, I used to pick up. And the other thing it's got, it says Game of the Year. Game of the Year, even this early on. 10 out of 10 Xbox magazine. And this came out either February or March. It was early in the year. Okay. There's something about Jensen that stood out. So you've got that one. Then Human Revolution. And then Mankind Divided. He's such a cool character. There's something about him that he's just a badass, do you know what I mean? I like on Mankind Divided, where he shows, if you look closely, you can see some of the augments that he does to himself. He's got those blades that come out and stuff like that, and it shows some of the main enemies that you fight throughout the game. Yeah, all the artwork with the Deus Ex series, I'm a big fan of. Another two then, Dragon Quest. They've always got good covers. They always have quite a lot going on the cover. Bright, colourful, which is reflected of the game itself. They're always bright, colourful. They always use a lot of greens. You know, it's a nice place to be, apart from the problem with the local monsters. Yeah, so there's another shout out. So they're colourful games. But then the Ninja Gaiden games, they're always got a good cover with my boy Hayabusa on there. You know, always on the cover looking badass. You know, but they can't go bright and colourful because it's kind of a stealth, stay in the shadows kind of game, you know, for the most part anyway. So, yeah, that's another shout out. I am running out of room. I'm just going to quickly rejig my desk. Right, I'll go a bit quicker through here. Right, I've got a pile here of SNK games. SNK didn't actually make any of them into my top 3, but I'm a massive fan. So I'll just run through these. I'm a fan of Samurai Showdown Sen, the cover, but I have seen, it's either the Japanese or the American cover is a lot better than ours. We've got all the characters on the back, where they've got like, I have checked, it's not reversible unfortunately. Like all those characters are like on the front, and it looks really, really good. That's probably considered the weakest game in the franchise, mind. Another Samurai Showdown game. Now, this, I went to the post office to pick this up today. So this will feature on my pickups video, which I'll probably film when I got a bit more pickups. I picked up 2 games this week. Glitch gave me a game for the PSP, donated it to the channel. And Ricky, who this video wouldn't exist if it wasn't for his idea, he's donated to the channel some really cool things as well. So, and I'll get a bit more. I might do one at the end of the month because I'm trying to slow my spending down big time. But this one is Samurai Shodown 5. Again, beautiful artwork. Yeah, this is my newest game, well, in my collection. Really happy to have that. And I got that for a bargain. That sells for loads on eBay normally. Nobody else bid on it. I can't remember what search I put in. I was messing around and this game came up and I thought I'd put a bid on. Nobody put a bid on it. Anyway, getting back to this. Fatal Fury Battle Archives. That's my kind of cover. Got a couple of the characters. I like the fact that they got the colourful characters. Then you got some of the guys in the background. I don't know why they done that, but it looks really fucking cool. They're in like greyed out, and then you got colour characters at the bottom, blued out. Bit strange, but it just pops. Terry Bogard just pops that extra bit, doesn't he, on the cover? Right, I couldn't pick a favourite of the PS2 King of Fighters game, so I'll just go through. So you got the Orochi Saga, beautiful. Maximum Impact 2, possibly my favourite. I like the back of that one. Maximum Impact. That'd be a sick poster, actually, wouldn't it? Maybe that's my favourite. Neo Wave. That looks really sick. 11. Yeah, like that one. My favourite one out of all of them. 2003. Maybe the weakest cover. I'm not going to lie. 2002. That's not the best cover, actually. The Ultimate Unlimited match, or whatever the one that came out, I've got it in my collection. That's got a better cover, actually. And King of Fighters 2000, 2001. That's got it. I like that one, actually. It's got a big cast. It might be all the characters in there. I can't see who's missing. Let me know in the comments if anyone's missing. But that's a really iconic cover as well, isn't it? A game that's always got good covers as well, especially on the PlayStation 2, is Guilty Gear. Now, I'm not sure if they did this on purpose, but when you hold them up next to each other, so you got Guilty Gear 10, or X, X2, and Uzuka. They've all got like a red and white kind of feel to it, haven't they? I don't know if that's a thing they've done on purpose, because not all the games have got that. Strive, I suppose, has got a red cover. I've got another Guilty Gear game in here. Yeah, it's just maybe on the PS2, but you can tell just by a glance that they're part of the same series or same franchise, can't you? Okay, I just got a random PSP one. I like the Darkstalkers cover. One of my favourite PSP games of all time. So, you know, it's boom, in your face, all the characters, different sizes. Street Fighter, actually a lot of these now are Street Fighter ones. My love for the franchise may be a bit biased, but you can't fault that. So you got the main guy, Ryu, and then you got all the other characters in the background. It looks pretty sick. I love this. This would be an awesome poster. So Kayakuzangi and Ryu going head to head, looking very aggressive and menacing. Looks awesome. Capcom Fighting Jam. Really good. Again, you got the poster boy, Ryu. And you got the other characters, and you look a bit closer in the background. It's quite a random cast in that one. Then we've got... I like this one. Maybe... It's just got the writing, but it's got Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Maybe I'm being biased to that one because I love the game so much. Maybe. This is really good. This would be a really good poster. Real Bout Fatal Fury. Love that. You got that's iconic, that is, with Geese Howard and his henchmen. This is the other Guilty Gear game. Oh, the original Guilty Gear. Yeah, that's how you do it. And what's sick about this is it's got screenshots. The game looked so good. They wanted it on the cover as well as having it on the back. They stuck it on the cover, you know. Like this one, Street Fighter EX2 Plus. Now, it's very similar to one of the games in my top 3, where you got a big guy looking down on Ryu. There's a spoiler alert. I love this. Absolutely love this. It's probably one of my favourite drawings of Chun-Li of all time. Ryu's doing this thing. Yeah, really, really good. And you like got the red and the blue. That's eye-catching. That's going to be iconic, that is. Hyper Street Fighter 2. Something about that. Again, just got Ryu on the cover. Simple. Sometimes it works. And that's a good example of when it does work, you know. This, I think this might be on my, I don't know what they call it, my little circle thing on my YouTube channel. So you got Tatsunoko versus Capcom. That's brilliant. So you got the two franchises facing off to each other. So you've got like the lead characters, the female characters, stuff like that, all facing off. Very clever picture that is. The more I look at it, the more I notice, you know. For the DS, again, it's got the Mortal Kombat dragon. I know, I appreciate they can't do the same logo all the time, but when they do it, it just looks mwah. And my favourite Tekken cover is actually Tekken 3D Prime Edition. So you've got, it's got the movie on the top, and then on the bottom you've got all the characters. And if I'm not mistaken, that is every single character in the game is on there as well. Right, let me just check. We've gone through it all. I think we have. Thank you, anyone is still there. This is much longer than a normal Top 3 Tuesday. Right then. Into my top 3 then. Number 3 is Star Wars Battlefront. Now, this is awesome, okay? Now, I can't see it from here. I had this idea years ago, right? I'm talking early to mid, like 2000s, okay? So about 2004, 2005, okay? I was talking to an artist, and I wanted him to draw, before this existed, I had a vision in a dream or something. How cool would it be with an 8080 or AT-AT, right? And obviously you got Luke Skywalker there. But me, in my messed up brain, I wanted Ryu there instead. About to do a fireball kind of thing. I thought that would be the perfect picture. So then I forgot about it. Years and years went by. And when I saw the cover of that, I thought, motherfucker, that's pretty much the idea I had. But I was going to do like a Star Wars Street Fighter crossover poster thing. I wish I could draw, you know. That's all I do, is sit at home and draw all fucking day. Now, the next two, no, I can't. They're so far ahead of the other one. So number 2 is Street Fighter Alpha 2. That is iconic in the Street Fighter universe, okay? I forget where it was inspired. I think it was a boxing match or something. Or was it a wrestling match? I think they did a promo poster just before this game was released, and they got inspired by it. The thing is, Akuma's not that man. When you look at the stats, he's not so. That's like if you standing next to Sagat, like in the EX2 poster. But that picture was everywhere, and it just speaks to me, you know. And you can see Sakura in the background as well. I will have a picture of that somewhere special once I find it. Maybe an artist does it when I see it in like a gaming convention I go to or something like that, okay? But my number 1, and I remember seeing posters for this, and this is a very important game. It is a fighting game, surprise, surprise. It's one of my favourite games of all time, and it's Ultra Street Fighter 4. That is a perfect picture. Okay, they could have gone for Chun-Li, Ryu. They could have put Juri on there, one of the newer characters, but it's a safe bet to put Ryu on the cover, but he just looks so cool. I remember, I can't remember what I was in London for, and I was seeing huge posters of Ryu without the logo on it, just him tying his fucking head thing on, you know, looking badass with his massive rippling muscles and stuff like that. Yeah, so that, you know, it's a perfect, my favourite image, one of my favourite Street Fighter images of all time, on quite arguably my favourite game of all time. So if someone says to me, games aren't art, I'll just show them that. Or show them that, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that was 64 games if I counted just before I pressed play correctly. Thank you for joining me. Let me know in the comments. I might, when I put in these games back, I gotta fucking put them back now. I'm looking at a half-empty fucking game selection right now. But I know sometimes when I put stuff back, I go, I should have mentioned this. I should have mentioned that. There's nothing I don't think would be my top 3. But as far as honourable mentions, yeah, that's pretty much all of mine. So let me know, what's your favourite game cover or game poster that you've ever seen, you know? Yeah, I look forward to reading them. Thanks again to Ricky for this fucking fantastic idea for a video, because I was starting to struggle, and he's given me some ideas for weeks and weeks worth now. I was going to break this video down to favourite covers per console. I could have, but I thought, nah, do one big video, get it out there, do it in one take as we do on this channel anyway. I hope the audio's okay actually with that fan going. It's the first time I've ever had the fan on. It's making a difference anyway from this volcano in Mordor. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hit the like button if you like this video. Please subscribe as well. I think we'll try and get to 120 subscribers by the end of the year. 125 maybe. I'll be very happy. So we've got a good couple of months to do it. As always, we'll leave it there. Love you. Bye.